So, we know that pharmaceutical companies are going to make billions of dollars off of this vaccine. Obviously, Johnson & Johnson already up $2.5 billion. And I wonder if that counts all the money they got from the government to fast track this virus. I doubt that it does. And all the others are going to fall in the same situation. AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Moderna, all of them. This is going to be a billions and billions of dollars worth of industry, though it's going to be somewhat short-lived, unless they get it to the point where it's going to be a every year kind of vaccine, which I suspect it will be. The other thing that this virus has done, COVID, it's apparently eradicated the flu. We went totally unscathed through the flu season. It eradicated it. I would think that's a good thing. I'm being a wise guy here because obviously the flu is probably still around, but it's, nobody's recognizing it anymore because you could die of a heart attack and they would call it COVID. So it is just, all of this is such insanity. But here's the problem with it. It doesn't matter the insanity around it. It is filled with deception and dishonesty. Let me see. Who's the prince of deception? Who would that be? Look, I mean, that is exactly what we are living in right now. I'm looking at a picture of a woman in China standing up to her chest in the streets in water. Flooding is ravishing the cities. It's already killed 12 in one central China city in a day. We see what's happening around the world with rain and flooding. Countries seeing a year's worth of rain in a day. My sister told me yesterday, who lives in El Paso, Texas, they're having flooding. Never rains in El Paso. They get 3 inches. They get average rainfall is 3 inches a year. It's the desert. Wildfires totally out of control. You should see this pictures of the wildfires in space. It's scary. Pestilence, floods, hurricanes. What's next? Could it be famine? I suspect it will be. We can't have flooding, heat waves, pestilence without impacting our food supply. Oh, man, it is just insanity. So we need to be praying for America for sure. We need to be praying for God's intervention, but we need to be praying for recognition. We need to be praying that people would wake up, that people would say, wait a minute, why are we still killing 1.5 million babies a year just in America? Why are we still doing that? Millions of babies being murdered around the world, abortion on demand, depravity to the likes of which we haven't seen, and we're wondering what's happening, really? We know what's going to happen, and we know where we're headed. We've got a United States of America that's pushing for a one world currency right now. That's where we're headed. The one world currency will lead, not might, not could, not should. It will lead to a one world government. That's what's ushering it in. And I wrote about it in 2009, not because I'm some sort of prophet. I just happen not to be blind and willing to do the analytics and willing to figure out that there's no other choice, that it's coming our way, that it is going to happen. Because we know God says it's going to happen. But it's going to happen in our lifetime. Just look around the world. And we sit in our cozy little home and think it's not going to affect us. If that's what we're thinking, we're dreaming. And if we're worried about our money, it's the last thing we ought to be worried about. Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.tv. That's FISM.tv.